In this video, I'm going to share more tips for frying when you're blind or visually impaired. Hi everyone, it's Carrie from Live Accessible, and we usually do videos on tips, technology, and encouragement for people who are blind and visually impaired and their sighted supporters. But today we're going to try something a little bit different. The other week I put out a video about 4 tools for frying, and I got a lot of comments from my viewers that had a lot of information and, really good tips, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So here are some really great tips from some of you guys. So Kyle from Blind Havoc said that I have recently bought an air fryer, but I don't think it can fry everything that you can fry in a frying pan with oil. And later he said, I only found out about an air dryer a few weeks ago, bought it last week for 50 pounds. You only need a teaspoon of oil and the hot air circulates and fries everything without it spitting oil out. I have done chicken, sausage, bacon, and can do much more. It has a timer on it too. I will send you a link to one similar to the one I have. I put that link that Kyle sent me down in the description, and I also put a link to a product from the US for anybody who lives in the US who wants to check it out. I think that is really cool, and I actually have never seen one of those. By the way, Kyle has a Facebook page called Blind Awareness. If you guys haven't already checked it out, make sure to like it and follow it and check out all the great resources that he has built. Some other great comments were by Chris Baskins. He says, the key to cooking on the stove is controlling your heat by preheating your pans. That way you know what temperature you're reaching and you eventually are able to hear how something is cooking through the sound of sizzling. And he also said, long sleeve shirt is a good idea because if you unexpectedly get splattered on the arm, your instant reaction is going to be to flinch, which could lead to knocking over the pan or making the situation more dangerous. Little secret for making bacon as well. I always used to hate making bacon on the stove because it got pretty out of control with grease popping. I just put it in a cookie sheet now and put it in the oven for like 15 minutes and it comes out perfectly done, and most of the time you don't even have to flip it. And then I got a really great response from Renee Braverman, and she said, instead of a cookie sheet, I use a roasting pan for bacon in the oven. It's less oven cleanup. So a cookie sheet or a roasting pan, they seem to be really good for making bacon instead of doing that on the stove with all that oil popping. Renee also said, when I fry, I use a saucepan or pot instead of a frying pan whenever possible. This works especially well with stir fry and even some foods that require flipping, smaller or firmer foods particularly. Things like eggs or pancakes that are soft and require flipping generally use less oil or butter, and so splatter less and generally can work well in a fry pan. The deeper pot keeps the splatter confined and under control. When buying a fry pan, look for a fry pan with higher, straighter sides. Flipping may be more difficult, but the double flipper takes care of that problem. And third, thanks for another helpful video. Thank you, Renee, for that really great tip. Another one is from Crystal Daniels Music, and she has such a great voice. If you guys are into music, definitely check her channel out. I will leave a link in the description below for you guys to check out. So she says, non-stick pans and cookware changed my life as far as cooking and baking go. Also, silicone anything, tongs, spatula, pastry brush, all so helpful for me. I do more baking and candy making than cooking, but non-stick is a godsend for sure. Also, anything ceramic, just got a ceramic knife and man, it chops like a dream. And I can say definitely that non-stick pans and pots are amazing. They're so much easier to clean and it's so much easier to cook on them because things don't get stuck at the bottom of the pan or pot. So thank you, Crystal, for that. And the last comment that I wanted to share with you guys is actually from my sister, Guinevere Kendrick. So she says, I have never actually used the double spatula, but I have used the wider tongs. The splatter guard is great. When I do not have it, I take a piece of foil and use that instead. It took me a while to get used to frying things with confidence too. I usually tilt the frying pan away from me or remove it from the burner or lower the heat to minimize splattering. Splatter guard also keeps the grease off of surfaces. By the way, if you do get popped by the oil, lavender essential oil can relieve the burning sensation. Those were all really great comments, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys like this kind of layout that I shared other people's comments, and let me know in the comments what you thought about this. And if you guys have more tips, definitely leave that in the comments, whether it's for frying or for cooking or just life in general. I'd love to hear from you. We try to answer all the comments, and we love to see when you guys start talking to each other. I think that's so much fun. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more videos on how you can live accessible. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys in the next one.